Alright, the next stage in the process is building emergency systems. Every business needs emergency systems. So we'll go policy and planning. And you'll see on the sub list down the side here, it's got emergency procedures. So if you actually select emergency procedures, and we'll build a new emergency procedure, and how about we build it for the function room. So we'll go add new, and we'll go, this is for function room 1. Now here, this is the beauty about the program. You can tailor the program to an individual business. So if we go add scenario, we're going to put the scenario as fire. And automatically it actually put the emergency scenario here. If we had another scenario, we can enter as many scenarios as we wish, and they would all go next to each other. So we'll just say just as an example, there's not going to be a flood there, but we'll just say fire here. But you can see the process. You can tailor it to any kind of business. Now it might be accident is a scenario, so you can put it the scenario as, it might be heart attack. And you might have another scenario where, a fall, or whatever it may be that they're going to be doing. So after you do that, you can actually enter a policy statement. Here at the Hills Lodge, we have a statement relating to the fall and whatever it may be. So hit next, and it'll bring up every emergency system obviously needs a procedure. So it brings up the procedure builder. You'll see the procedure builder is exactly the same as the bottom of the safe work method statement. So you can actually go into risk management and just build a procedure by yourself if you wish, without it being on the bottom of the safe work method statement. But here, when we build a procedure, it'll automatically go into the emergency system. So you can enter a step, hazard, again a risk, and then a control, and it'll start building the form underneath. And you can make those as many steps as you can have. 20 steps here there if you wish. As soon as you finish the 20 steps, you can actually insert click here when finish, and actually puts it back into the emergency planning form. Here we can actually have an alerting system, and again it's you can tailor it for a business. So if we select an alerting system, and the alerting system might be alarm, and the person responsible is Trevor. So we can actually select that alarm, and you can enter as many alerting system again as possible, and they will just list down there in order. When you actually go to the next step, the next part, everything needs emergency equipment. So we might say for an example, if they're having a heart attack, it might be first aid kit, resus, mask. We can set maintenance dates for the emergency equipment, so we can set that we're going to put the emergency equipment there, person responsible to make sure that the mask is available. Automatically it goes there. Now you might say you want to add another one. So for example, might have been the emergency might have been fire, so of course you're going to have fire extinguisher. Like everyone should have a fire extinguisher. Have a look at the maintenance tag date of a fire extinguisher, and put this date as the last date of that fire extinguisher. So you might see that on the tag it'll be indented of a test date. So put that test date in there, and then put the next test date that's supposed to be due. It'll actually have it on the tag, so you can actually do and insert it there as well. So this way there, it's going to inform people when that fire extinguisher is due for testing. And that's a really important thing, because they're not going to go up to the fire extinguisher every day to see if it's actually due for tagging. So here you can just alert them, so to make sure that they're compliant. you can select, say for an example, a heart attack. They're not going to need a fire extinguisher, but they are going to need a first aid kit. You can set evacuation drill date. We're not going to need that for a heart attack, but we might have a review date for this procedure next year. And we hit finish. When we hit finish, it automatically puts it back into the emergency list. So we can actually have a look of all the stuff we've entered. So, and basically it's not working properly there, so we'll actually have to speak to our guys to say that's not working properly, and we'll have to have a look at that. So yes, it has an alarm system, the person responsible, emergency equipment. No, it didn't actually enter the emergency equipment needed, and okay, other than that, everything was fine. But if we go back, you'll see that you can actually upload an emergency plan. So say for example you entered evacuation procedure was fire, so to speak. You can actually upload the evacuation, get them to give you the evacuation plans, or the site plans with all the exits and so forth. PDF that document and actually upload it so it sits next to that emergency system. Or they can again print this out with our logo up the top.
Yeah.
And put that into, say for example, they can have that in a manual or on a wall, wherever it may be that people are going to be using that. So that's emergency systems. And any time that they actually enter an emergency equipment, you'll see that both I entered fire extinguisher and the first aid kit resuscitation mask, it would automatically put that into the emergency equipment register. And these are the last maintenance date and the next maintenance dates. When this maintenance date is due, that will automatically turn to red. So now it's going to alert them when this fire extinguisher is due for testing. So just another good selling point of the program. In this section, a person can also build a policy or upload a policy. So if they, say for example, have existing policies of their own at the moment, you can say the policy might be related to general. The policy name might be manual handling. Now instead of writing one out, they might already have one. Again, we're going to have a review date. We can insert the policy and automatically puts it into the register, and we can now upload the manual handling policy. So if we go browse, docs, it automatically uploads and puts it into the register. Now they can actually, when they want to download that, they can select it, and it didn't work. So but they can actually hit save and it automatically comes saves back onto their computer, or they can open it up and print it out or do whatever it may be that they want. In this section as well, we also have emergency positions. So here we can relate emergency positions to, say for example, general site. We can relate it to employees' names. That's why you would actually do these responsibilities after you've entered all the employees. And here you can actually enter what the person's going to be. Now if you want to edit a certain person's details, you can go edit, add a new one, and the new one might be accident coordinator, whatever it may be that you want to insert. And now you can actually select Christine as the accident coordinator in function room 1, and if I go next, I can select another employee, Louise, as the coordinator of she's the first aid officer, and next, and we can go click here when finished, and now it automatically puts it into the responsibilities to say function room 1, first aid officer is Louise, accident coordinator is Christine Forrester. So with their person's details, because I entered a number there but I didn't enter a number for Christine. If I entered a phone number, it would be there. So So that's how you build up responsibilities as well. So in this next section we're going to actually highlight contractors, which is probably the second biggest selling point in the program.